I did some analytic research in YouTube to think like, how can we discuss towards a gap in what people are wanting?
Did you have a robot help you?
Yeah, of course. Robots help us all the time now.
Yeah.
You don't do anything without a robot helping you.
Yeah.
Phil Phails at Philosophy.
You just got to be careful because they talk to each other now too.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
My phone will like hear me and the robot will be like, oh, did you want something, dude?
Yeah, I was listening to them faculty talk about like AI detectors, which are also AIs, because, you know, the students are having AI write their papers.
Yes, you have to say, did an AI
now
write
they have
this?
these AI detectors that are also AIs, but then a lot of people are like, those AI detectors are totally unreliable.
Because they're AI.
And they're full of false positives, and they miss things. And I was like, yeah, like, you're not going to get good data from the robot watching the robot because they're robots.
Yeah, they're going to
work together.
Well, eventually, like,
come on, like,
when in the history of maths did they say like, okay, guys, y'all can use the calculator, and we're not gonna try to like test whether or not we think you used a calculator. We're just gonna say like, calculators are part of mathing.
Right.
When are we going to do that for English and writing papers?
Oh, it's happening. Yeah, no, that's definitely, at least in the community college. I think it's happening in 4-year right now. Like when I talk to the comp faculty, they're like, we need to figure out how to help students learn how to use this as an appropriate tool and not use it to replace. I mean, at the heart of it is like, you don't want to use it as a tool where your voice becomes the robot.
Yes.
You want
to fold it in a way that it's some symbiotic relationship, right? Like I could see like writing stuff and saying like, proofread this.
Or it's really good for ideation. It's really good for generating structure. It's really good for a lot of things. It's a real, like, AI is a great research tool, especially the AI engines that you find like on a lot of library pages, research library pages now, that like will gather the research and give you summaries, but also give you direct reference to the research. So you're not using it to not do the research. You're using it to get rid of those hours and hours of plowing through catalogs and get to the good stuff that you need to look at faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. And get your head around it better. Because a lot of times when you're trying to figure out like a field, the problem is just like you can't figure out what to do with all these details you're running into because you don't have the big picture.
Separate the wheat from the chaff. Probably like, what is the good stuff for me? And then like do some kind of synthesis.
Right. So
I had a buddy of mine. I still have him. His name's Charlie. We called him Chatch in college. He's a musician and a producer out in Nashville. And we were at the Kerrville Folk Festival. And I was talking about AI and basically saying like, you know, AI can't, what about these musicians that are using AI to write their songs? Music's just going to be, I was griping. And I expected him to like be on board with me, like that we would gripe together and say like, yeah, I'm old school. I write all my own songs. But he was like, well, you know, I use AI a little bit if I'm like trying to come up with a rhyme or if I'm trying to ideate or be creative. It's a tool that I can use along with kind of my own. And I was a little taken aback. I didn't expect that. But it makes sense. I don't send an email to my co-parent without having the robot go over it.
yeah.
I don't send an email to pretty much most people get a robot revised email. I'm not a better writer than the robot. The robot writes better than me, I think.
The robot polishes better than you probably.
For sure.
Like you probably put together the base ideas better than a robot could.
Sometimes I just give the robot bullet points.
Right.
I'm just like, boop, 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 here are my ideas.
Put it into narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it does a great job at that.